We had some questions about rubrics in Canvas, and so I wanted to give a little tutorial on how to build them and how to find them for other classes and how to reuse them in Canvas. So rubrics can be used in assignment drop boxes and discussions. If we go ahead and open up a assignment Dropbox, for example, we have, let's say, week 2 reflection here. Looks like this one already has a rubric attached to it. And so this is what it looks like. And if you go into Speed Grader as an instructor, you'll be able to use the rubric for grading. It's pretty handy. You can give specific feedback to each criterion. These are the different criterion. You can give specific feedback and then overall feedback, and you can use this for your grading. It's a pretty handy tool, and the students can see that rubric. However, if there's no rubric on an assignment yet, your assignment's going to look like this. We're using the tilt framework here as a way to get started. This rubric is going to be down below. Go ahead and click plus rubric. And this box here that opens up is going to show you how, it's going to give you options on building it right here. Now, if you've already created one in a previous course, you can use that by going to find rubric. And I'll show you that, but first I want to walk through the steps of building this out. It has criteria and ratings and then points. And so, this looks like this reflection assignment's worth 10 points. We want to make sure that the points added up in our rubric are going to be matching what we wanted our assignment to be worth. Go ahead and click plus criterion. Looks like my page is jumping around, but you're going to be able to add a new criterion. And so think about the ways that you want to break your grading into what different areas you're going to try to grade. And so former English teacher here, we're going to look at grammar. Then maybe another criterion is you're focusing on critical thinking. And so by default, though, this very first one is just titled description of criterion. So you can trash it or we can change it. Maybe I want to add voice. And so maybe these are the 3 different things I'm going to be looking at. I don't know if I've ever made an assignment that looks at just these 3, but for this example, it works. We can title this so that we can find it later. This is our reflection rubric. Now, right now, we've got full marks or no marks for these different criteria. That doesn't really work for me. I want to have some options here. I can always manually do it, but it's nice for students to see different way of breaking this up. And so you can do that by clicking this plus icon, and it splits it. And so for voice, I can give it a rating 3 score, and then I can give that a title. Use something like towards mastery, but there's a lot of different phrases you can use here. Satisfactory, where this might be excellent. And we can adjust those by clicking that box, that pencil box there, and changing this here. Maybe we want to change it to satisfactory. Or proficient, things like that. Think of the ways, the wording that you want to do. And maybe you don't want to do a 0. Maybe you want to have a 1. And you can say incomplete. Or lacks elements, voice. And that's the way that you're going to rate this criterion. You can go ahead and do the same here. We'll split it. I'll keep the other names, but we'll do satisfactory. And we'll do it again here. Get more details here on what you're actually looking for. So a good rubric can take a long time to build. I'm being real thorough there. For here, this example, we're just kind of breezing through it. However, the only issue here is I've created a 15-point rubric for a 10-point assignment. So I'll probably want to adjust that. And Canvas has a way of trying to do math for you. So we'll do let's say 4, 3, and then 3. That should get us to 10 points. And then Canvas, it looks like it's trying to do its best math, which is pretty bad. You can again go ahead and change those manually if you want. It's better to do it right from the start so it doesn't have this weird math. I'll leave the rest of it here. That being said, we've just created a rubric. I can go ahead and create this rubric, and now it's viewable to students, it's viewable to you, and now you're helping students identify the areas that you are looking for. If you had put in descriptions of the ratings here, like what makes an excellent score for voice, the students would be able to see that and have a pretty good detailed description of what you're looking for. So that's how you can build one from scratch. If we go back to this example course, let's look at this example discussion. So the discussion here, it doesn't have the plus rubric in discussions. You have to go here and hit the 3 boxes, click Add Rubric, brings up the similar dialog box. But maybe I want to go find one. Maybe a couple quarters ago I'd taught a class that there was a rubric in there. I made it previously. This is going to pull up all your courses in Canvas. If I go in the Academy, looks like there's a couple ones here. I can go ahead and just grab one just for example. If that's the correct one, I can click Use this rubric. Looks like in my practice course, I've got one here. That works as well. I'm going to use this rubric. Now, of course, this is worth 24 points. My assignment's probably worth 10 points. You want to make sure that those are aligned. However, it's easy just to go ahead and find those rubrics from previous courses. And so, boom, I've got my rubric. I can edit it a little bit if I want, or I can keep it as it is, and then students are able to view that as well. So that's Canvas rubrics in a nutshell. If you've got any questions, feel free to email me or drop a line. Cheers.